Hello everybody, this is toysareruss, and for this third-party figure showcase and review, we're going to be looking at Doctor Wu's Menace King, which I'm sure you can tell is a third-party take on a Generation 1 Megatron with his original alt mode form, which we'll discuss a little bit more in a second. So in this video, we're going to have a look at both of his modes. We're going to have a look at all the accessories that come with him. We're going to do some comparisons with some other Doctor Wu figures as well as some other Megatron figures, hopefully to give you an idea of just how small this particular figure is. Before we get started, I need to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. And also to remind you that you can order yourself one of these from Shozy with the direct link in the description. So if you've not heard of these figures before, this is Doctor Wu, and this is, as I say, a third party, and because he transforms, it's a transforming figure, they're not allowed to use his proper name. Hasbro and Takara do not license other companies to make transforming figures. They do allow them to do obviously non-transforming ones like YOLO Park 3-0 with blockies, etc., but not actually transforming ones. The artwork on the front is brilliant. He comes packaged in his robot mode with some accessories. So you've probably already noticed on this channel I've done a very quick short transforming him, but then I've done a much more detailed one, slowed it right down with this. And again, you've got a toy one because this has got a bit more chrome, and you've got an animation figure. Just like Hasbro, just like New Age, as soon as they get a mold, they like to, you know, use it quite a bit and indeed get as many figures out as they can. And I'm sure you were quite surprised because I'm not going to do the transformation process in this video because it does take quite a long time. In this tiny little figure, by the time you've attached all the accessories, there is 29 steps to transform him. So for those of you who collected, I suppose, Earthrise and Siege, etc., it's micromaster size, but I'd say even sort of smaller. He's very, very small indeed. I mean, if I bring in core class Optimus Prime, you can see just how much he towers over him. In fact, this is their take on a bug bite figure. So really, really small these Doctor Wu figures are. So they're Earthrise micromaster, but maybe even a little bit smaller. Now, because I'm lucky enough to have two, we can just have a quick look at both modes. As I say, the transformation detailed one is with this particular version, and I suppose just for the video there you can see the difference. There's four of these. There's a reformatting one which is translucent purple, which I'll do a review on, and there's a gold one as well, which again is great because it gives us all the choice. This is how he compares to a Generation 1. That's the dark. You can't even see him. Look, if I put Megatron there, he doesn't even come up to his knees. So I'm going to bring him out of the way for obvious reasons. And then this is, I suppose, it's the Earthrise mold, which has just been used over and over and over again, and he again comes up to about his knees. So as I say, nice and small, super small figure. In fact, let's bring in a few other Megatrons then. There you go. There's a Studio Series version. There is a Blockies version. I think I had another one somewhere. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I've got the Blockies Classic class as well. So you can just see how small this particular Megatron figure is. Let's get rid of these then. Now again, you may be surprised with the articulation on him. Some of it's really obvious because you can see the ball and socket joints, but the reason why I like these is because they don't take themselves seriously. They are fun. The head will even turn around. I'm sure it will. Yes, it will. You've even got articulation in the head, and if I bring it close to you, it's quite detailed considering how small it is. It really does have, you know, you can see his expression, you can see the red eyes. The arms and shoulders are on ball and sockets, so they'll go all the way around. They're also on additional hinges. They can lift up and down as well. Ball and sockets for the biceps, which is great. There is a waist swivel as well. It's not an ab crunch. That is, of course, for transformation. The legs are on, hips are on ball and sockets, so full articulation there. Knees will bend. Ankles will tilt, rock, etc. This is tiny, 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 but he's very, very detailed and again quite articulate, funnily enough, just because he's here. Generation 1 Optimus Prime, again up to his knees. Right, as I say, he does come packaged in robot mode, and the alternate mode looks like this. This also, again, you can tell exactly what it is. They've managed to get away with it very cleverly by just having that was hidden on the back of his forearm, which of course is where the trigger, because he's that small, he can't have a trigger really. You can attach obviously all his accessories, so you can attach the stock and stuff to him like so. And then I always say that these figures, scale the best, in my opinion, with like your Titan class figures. Like on the bases and stuff like that, these guys look great because the core class figures look too good, whereas these look brilliant. And that is again really impressive. And what I'm going to do when I've got a bit of space, I'm going to put him in one of my Titan class figures hands, because I'm sure that that's going to scale incredibly well. It's too big for, you know, mainline. I don't know, yeah, too big for mainline. That's Commander class Optimus Prime, by the way. You can't even see him, but it gives you an idea of what this figure looks like. It's so clever. Let me also quickly show you this. This is the collector's card that comes with him. And again, that's just a direct, I suppose, rip-off of what Takara used to do with Transformers when they released them in the 90s. There he is, guys. This is Menace King. As I say, one of my most anticipated figures. And yes, one of the only ways that you can get him in a G1 alternate mode, which, again, I said I was going to discuss, but there's no real point. It doesn't bother me. Yes, I do like the fact that he was a gun, because I was lucky enough to have him as a child. But nowadays, obviously, we can't expect it. But it's nice to know that other companies that have different laws and, you know, aim their products at, you know, adults, etc., they can make figures like this. So there you go. That's the main reason. It's aimed at 16+. It's not aimed at kids. It is, even though it is fun, and my kids do like playing with these. There he is. That is your Doctor Wu Menace King, which is a Generation 1 Megatron. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. Take care.